Welcome to The Explainer. So, what if I told you that your dreams aren't just some random fuzzy brain activity, but they're actually a direct line to your destiny? Today, we're diving into a really profound teaching from Reverend Samuel Obeng of the True Light Ministry that honestly is going to completely change how you think about what happens when you close your eyes at night. I mean, it's a question we've all asked ourselves, right? Are these nightly visions just mental clutter, or is there something more going on? Well, Reverend Obeng's teaching gives us a powerful answer. Your dreams aren't just important, he says, they are divine assignments. So let's really dig into what that means. Okay, so let's get right into the first big idea. This entire framework repositions dreams, not as something you just passively experience, but as active, powerful tools that have a specific job to do in your life. This quote from Reverend Obeng, this is the foundation for everything we're going to talk about. It means that a true divine dream isn't just for our entertainment, and it's not meant to confuse us. It's a specific tool, like a piece of equipment, given to us to accomplish something for God. And the perfect example of this in action is Joseph. Now, we all know him as the great dreamer, but the most crucial part of his story, and this is what Reverend Obeng really zeroes in on, isn't actually about his own dreams. It's about how the dreams of other people, his fellow prisoners, even a powerful king, were the very keys that unlocked his destiny, even when he was stuck in the pit of a dungeon. Now, this is where it gets really, really fascinating. You see, these divine tools, they don't just work in isolation. It's not about one single dream here or there. No, it's about a series of interconnected events, all meticulously planned out. And this brings us to the central metaphor, the woven dream. Think about it. God wasn't just sending random visions. He was weaving a rope. Each dream, the cupbearers, then the bakers, and finally Pharaoh's, was another thread, all of them designed for one ultimate purpose, to pull Joseph all the way from the prison to the palace. This is a pretty mind-blowing concept when you stop and think about it. The dreams that were given to the cupbearer and the baker, they weren't really about them at all. They were just instruments in a much, much larger story, strategically placed to get Joseph right where he needed to be. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? How often are we a thread in someone else's woven dream, playing a part in a divine story we can't even see? So the big question is, why? Why does God use dreams in this way? Well, the answer from this message is going to flip everything you thought you knew about prayer and divine action completely on its head. Okay, so we usually think of a dream as a request, right? We send it up to God, hoping he'll act on it. But this perspective flips that completely. You don't dream to get God to move. You dream because he is already moving. The dream is like the shipping notification, not the order you just placed. It's a preview of something that's already on its way to you. Think of it like this. A divine dream is a little glimpse, a preview of a reality that has already been set in motion in eternity. God then seeds this vision into our time-bound world, so we have a chance to see what he's up to and align ourselves with it. So if a dream is a preview of what God is already doing, then what's our role in all of this? I mean, how do we take that spiritual vision and actually make it a physical reality? For that, we're given a really powerful case study in the life of Jacob. Let's just look at Jacob for a second. He's at this crucial point in his life, and he gets a very specific dream during the breeding season for his flock. And this dream, it contains the supernatural key to his prosperity. But here's the thing, that vision alone, it wasn't enough. He had to get up and do something. Jacob did something absolutely brilliant. He translated his spiritual vision into a practical, physical strategy. He understood a powerful spiritual law. What the flock was perceiving at the moment of conception was actually going to determine the physical outcome. Their perception was literally creating their reality. And this is the bottom line, right here. A divine dream is not a magic wand. It requires a clear-headed, wise strategy to bring it into the real world. Joseph didn't just interpret Pharaoh's dream, he gave him a 7-year economic plan. Jacob didn't just have a vision, he got to work with those striped branches. A vision without action is just a nice dream. Now you're going to want to get ready for this, because the message takes this whole principle, that perception shapes reality, and it expands it in a truly breathtaking way. It doesn't just apply to us as individuals, it's generational. It's about the inheritance we create for those who come after us. Look at Abraham. When God gave him this huge covenant promise for the land, the instruction wasn't just to listen, it was to see. God literally linked the possession of the promise directly to Abraham's perception, to what he could see with his own eyes. Are you seeing the pattern here? There is a consistent spiritual principle at work, again and again. Abraham possessed what he saw. Jacob's flock produced what they saw. What we are divinely guided to perceive, to truly see in our spirit, it has the power to create our reality. And this is the breathtaking conclusion of this message. Abraham's act of seeing wasn't just for himself. It established a legal, spiritual inheritance for generations of his descendants who weren't even born yet. His perception became their possession. Just think about that for a second. What you see in the spirit today can become the physical reality for your children tomorrow. So we're left with this one profound question. If your perception is literally creating an inheritance for the next generation, what are you choosing to see? What reality are you building for them right now with the vision that you hold in your heart?